Good morning, students. Today we will continue with application of vectors to three-dimensional geometry. So today we will learn few examples. So first we will see example. Good morning, students. So today we will continue with application of vectors to three-dimensional geometry. We will learn the remaining examples. So we have completed 6.24, 25 and 27. So now we will see example 6.26. So example 6.26. So the question is, find the vector equation in parametric form and Cartesian equations of the line passing through the point -4, 2, -3 and is parallel to the line x minus x minus 2 by 4 is equal to y plus 3 by minus 2 is equal to 2z minus 2z minus 6 by 3. Okay, see the Cartesian equation of the line, we are having minus x. So the form is only actually x minus x1 by b1. So or x minus x1 by L. Therefore, we have to rewrite that equation. So rewriting, we should not have minus over there. Therefore, minus can be taken out. So, it becomes x plus 2. So, that minus we should not have it in the numerator. So, we can take it to the denominator. Therefore, it becomes x plus 2 by minus 4 is equal to y plus 3 by minus 2 is equal to 2 is z minus 6 by 3. So now this is the equation of the line, okay, parallel line. So now here we have to compare this with x minus x1 by b1. So comparing with x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by b3. We have b1, b2, b3 is equal to minus 4, minus 2, 3. And so what is b vector? Okay, so here also we have this. So this is equal to 2, you take it out. So when you take 2 out, minus 6 by 3. So 2 out when you take, it is z minus 3 by 3. So it becomes 3 by 2. So I left it here. So it is equal to z minus 3 by 3 by 2. Therefore, B here is B3. B3 here is, so B2 is minus 2 and B3 is 3 by 2. Okay. So, what is B vector? B vector is equal to B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. Therefore, it is equal to, so it is equal to minus 4 I cap minus 2 J cap plus 3 by 2 K cap. Now, taking LCM, 2 is the LCM. So, we have this can be written as minus 8 I cap minus 4 J cap plus 3 K cap by 2. So, B vector is nothing but we can also write this as taking minus out. So minus 1 by 2 into 8 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 3 k cap. So this we take it as B vector. Now B vector is parallel to the vector. So B vector is parallel to this, that is 8 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 3 k cap. Okay, because B vector is equal to minus 1 by 2 into this vector a I cap plus 4 j cap minus 3 k cap. So both are parallel. Therefore, the required vector equation is, therefore the required vector equation is R vector is equal to A vector plus TB vector, that is R vector is equal to A vector is the point, that is minus 4 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 3 k cap plus T into 8 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 3 k cap. So this is the vector equation. Then we have to find the Cartesian. So Cartesian form. Cartesian form is, so we know the formula x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by b3. Therefore, here x1, y1, z1 is equal to minus 4, 2, minus 3 and b1, b2, b3 is equal to 8, 4, minus 3. Therefore, the required equation is x plus 4 by 8 is equal to y minus 2 by 4 is equal to z plus 3 by minus 3. So this example is over. So next we will go to example 6.28. Example 6.28. Find the angle between the straight line x plus 3 by 2 is equal to y minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus z with coordinate axis. So let alpha comma beta comma gamma be the angle with the coordinate axis. So what are the coordinate axes? X axis, x axis, y axis. So alpha for x axis, beta for y axis and gamma for z axis respectively. So let B cap be the unit vector. B cap be the unit vector parallel to the given line. So by formula we know B cap is equal to B vector by modulus of B vector. So here it is, B vector is 2 I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap. So by modulus, so we have square root of 2 square 4 plus 2 square 4 plus minus 1 square is 1. Therefore, it is equal to 2i cap plus 2j cap minus k cap by root 9. Root 9 is 3. So, therefore, cos alpha. So, alpha, beta, gamma are the angles we have taken. Therefore, from this we say that cos alpha is equal to 2 by 3. Cos beta is equal to 2 by 3 and cos gamma is equal to minus 1 by 3. So, what is alpha? Alpha is equal to cos inverse of 2 by 3. Beta is equal to cos inverse of 2 by 3. And gamma is equal to cos inverse of minus 1 by 3. So, this gives us the angle between the straight line with the coordinate axis. Okay, next we will go to example 6.29. So, what is example 6.29? Find the acute angle between the lines. R vector is equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus 4k cap plus T into 2i cap plus 2j cap plus k cap and the straight line passing through the points 5, 1, 4 and 9, 2, 12. So, we have to find the acute angle. So, we know that the line is parallel to I vector plus 2j vector, k cap, 2i cap plus 2j cap and plus k cap. So, what about the direction ratios? So, direction ratios joining the points, the two given points. What's the formula? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, or we can also take x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. So, what we have? What about the direction ratios? 9 minus 5 is 4. 2 minus 1, 1. 12 minus 4 is 8. So, 4 no brackets. So, 4 1 so 4 1 8. 4 1 8 the direction ratios. So, the line is parallel to the required line is parallel to 4i cap plus j cap plus 8k cap. So, now let theta be the angle. Let theta be the angle. Let theta be the angle. Then we have theta is equal to cos inverse of modulus of b vector dot d vector by modulus of b vector into modulus of d vector. So, it is equal to, we know how to find dot product. So, we have learnt already. So, b dot d. So, that is 2i cap plus 4 2 j cap 2 j cap 2 I cap plus 2 j cap plus k cap dot 4 I cap plus j cap plus 8 k cap by, so modulus of this, by modulus of b vector. So what is modulus of b vector? 2 square 4 plus 2 square 4 plus 1 square is 1 into square root of 4 square 16 plus 1 square is 1 plus 8 square is 64. So it is equal to, taking dot product, 2 4s are 8 plus 2 into 1 1 plus 1 into 8 8 by root 9 is 3 and this is root 64, so 76, 64, 70, 80, 81. So square root of 81. Square root of 81, which gives us 9. So it is equal to 8 plus 2, this is 2. So 18 by 3 into 9, cos inverse of, I left the cos inverse. So cos inverse of 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus, so 18 by 3 into 2, 9 goes here 2 times, so it is equal to cos inverse of 18 by 3 into 2. So it is equal to 3 into 9, 9 goes here 2 times. So we get cos inverse of 2 by 3. Then we will see the fourth question in exercise 6.4. So exercise 6.4, question number 4. So it is similar to that of example 6.27. So find the direction cosines of the straight line passing through the points 5, 6, 7, 7, 9, 13. Also find the parametric form of vector equation and Cartesian equation of the straight line. So first we will see the direction cosines. What about the direction ratios? So direction ratios joining the 2 points. So joining the 2 points, what's the formula? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So 7 minus 5 is 2, 9 minus 6 is 3, 13 minus 7 is 6. So what about the direction cosines? So direction cosines are 2 by root of. So what is it? 2 square is 4 plus 3 square is 9 plus 6 square is 36. So root 49. So what do you get here? Root 49 is 7. So 3 by 7, 6 by 7. So this is the direction, that is 2 by 7, 3 by 7 and 6 by 7. 6 by 7 are the direction cosines. So what about the direction vector equation? So vector equation, a straight line passing through 2 points. So what is it? R vector is equal to A vector plus T into B vector minus A vector. So it is equal to A vector 5. So R vector is equal to 5 I cap plus 6 j cap plus 7 k cap plus t into b vector minus a vector, that is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. So we can also take this as the other with the other point, that is 7i cap plus 9j cap plus 13k cap plus t into 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. So what about the Cartesian form? Cartesian form, x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So that is x minus 5 by 2 is equal to y minus 6 by 3 is equal to z minus 7 by 6. So two answers are given in your book. X minus 7 by 2 is equal to y minus 9 by 3 is equal to z minus 13 by 6. Okay children, thank you.
Good morning students. Today we are going to see with examples of 6.4. Problem number 6.30. Example 6.30. Yesterday we have seen how to find out the angle between the two straight lines. Today also with the same thing we are going to see with examples. Find the acute angle between the straight lines. Given straight lines are x minus 4 divided by 2 is equal to y by 1 is equal to z plus 1 divided by minus 2, and the next line is given as x minus 1 divided by 4 is equal to y plus 1 divided by minus 4 is equal to z minus 2 z minus 2 divided by 2, okay, and state whether they are parallel or perpendicular. After finding the angle, we have to say whether the given lines are parallel or perpendicular. We know the condition for the given two lines to be parallel and the two lines to be perpendicular, isn't it? So, from the given lines, we can write what is B1, B2, B3 and what is D1, D2, D3, isn't it? So, B1, B2, B3 is from the first line denominator, that is the parallel vector, 2, 1, minus 2, okay, and D1, D2, D3 is equal to 4, minus 4 and 2, it is from the second line, okay. So, we have taken what is B1, B2, B3, D1, D2, D3 from the given two lines. Now, let the angle between the acute angle between the two straight line is theta is equal to cos inverse of, what's the formula for angle theta? B1 into D1, B2 into D2, isn't it? So, 8 minus 4 minus 4, okay. Denominator is root of B1 square plus B2 square plus B3 square. So, it is 4 plus 1 plus 4 root of D1 square plus D2 square plus D3 square, that is 16 plus 16 plus 4, okay. So, now you can write this as, this is equal to cos inverse of 0, isn't it? The numerator is 0. So, we can write it as cos inverse of 0. Therefore, the angle is theta is equal to pi by 2. So, we can say that therefore, the two straight lines are perpendicular. The two straight lines are perpendicular. 90 degrees. So, it is perpendicular. You can use the condition B1 into D1 plus B2 into D2 plus B3 into D3 equal to 0. If we prove that that is equal to 0, then also we can say that the two lines are perpendicular. And for parallel, what is the condition we have seen? B1 by D1 is equal to B2 by D2 is equal to B3 by D3. If it is not perpendicular, you can go and check for parallel condition. Now I have taken the formula of cos theta and proved that the two lines are perpendicular. Okay, this is the easiest method to find out. Now let us go to next example. Okay, next example, example 6.31. Show that the straight line passing through the points A 6, 7, 5, B 8, 10, 6 is perpendicular to the straight line passing through the points. Is perpendicular to straight line passing through C point is given as 10, 2, minus 5 and D point is given as 8, 3, minus 4. Yesterday we have seen a problem like this, isn't it, students? In exercise we have done a problem like this. That is, first given 2 points we have to find out the direction ratios, and for the next 2 points we have to find out the direction ratios. So the first 2 points direction ratios can be taken as B1, B2, B3, and the next 2 points direction ratios can be taken as D1, D2, D3. We have to prove that the two straight lines are perpendicular. Perpendicular means B1, D1 plus B2, D2 plus B3, D3 equal to 0. Okay, first let us find out solution. Direction ratios of the straight line joining the points A, B are A and B are B1, B2, B3, isn't it? How can you find out this? Joining the 2 points A, B, 8 minus 6, 10 minus 7, 6 minus 5. So your answer is 2, 3, 1. Okay. 2, 3, 1, B1, B2, B3. Similarly, C and D are D1, D2, D3. Let us subtract this. C and D. 8 minus 10, 3 minus 2, minus 4 plus 5. So your answer is minus 2, 1, 1. So this is D1, D2, D3. Okay. Now let us find out the condition for the two lines to be perpendicular. Okay. So let us check B1, D1 plus B2, D2 plus B3, D3. What is this is equal to? 2 into minus 2 plus 3 into 1 plus 1 into 1. So what's the answer? Minus 4 plus 3 plus 1. So answer is equal to 0, isn't it? So this is equal to 0. Therefore the two straight lines are perpendicular. The two straight lines are perpendicular. So you can use this condition itself for the previous problem also. Okay, the two lines are perpendicular. Okay, now let us go for a parallel condition in the next example 6.32. The given show that the lines are parallel x minus 1 by 4 is equal to 2 minus y divided by 6 is equal to z minus 4 divided by 12, and another line is given as x minus 3 divided by minus 2 equal to y minus 3 divided by 3 is equal to 5 minus z. Is known 5 minus z divided by 6 are parallel. Now listen carefully, students. It is in the form of x minus x1 by b1, but here what it is, 2 minus y by 6. So first we have to change this. How can we change this? This can be taken as minus common. So y minus 2. Okay. So y minus 2 divided by 6. So this term can be written as y minus 2 divided by minus 6. Okay, so is it clear? I have taken minus outside, so it becomes as y minus 2. We need the term as y minus y1 divided by 6. So it is now y minus 2 divided by minus 6. Okay, now the next one is z minus 4 by 12 is correct. Now listen here, it is 5 minus z by 6. So taking minus outside, z minus 5 divided by 6. So we can write it as z minus 5 divided by minus 6. Okay. So now let us go from the given lines. What is B1, B2, B3? From the lines B1, B2, B3. What are the direction ratios? 4, minus 6, 12. Okay. So before writing this, we have to change it in the correct form and then do the problem. D1, D2, D3 is equal to minus 2, 3, minus 6. You have to bring the minus denominator. So minus 2, 3, minus 6. Now the two lines are parallel. So how can you check this whether they are parallel? B1 by D1. What is B1 by D1? B1 by D1 is equal to 4 by minus 2. That is equal to minus 2. Okay. Next B2 by D2. What it is? Minus 6 by 3. That is equal to minus 2. Next, what is B3 by D3? B3 by D3 equal to 12 by minus 6. That is equal to minus 2. Therefore, we can say that B1 by D1 is equal to B2 by D2 is equal to B3 by D3. What it implies? This implies the given lines are parallel. Is it clear? Therefore, the given lines, the lines are parallel. Is it clear, students? So, perpendicular means B1 into D1 plus B2 into D2 plus B3 into D3 equal to 0. Parallel means we have to prove that B1 by D1, B2 by D2, B3 by D3 are equal. Okay. So, first you have to calculate what is B1, B2, B3 and D1, D2, D3. Similar to this, we are having problem number 8 in exercise. Problem number 8. The two lines are given as x minus 5 divided by 5m plus 2 is equal to 2 minus y divided by 5 is equal to 1 minus z by minus 1. And another line is given as x is equal to 2y plus 1 divided by 4m is equal to 1 minus z by minus 3. Listen carefully. First term x minus x1 by some value. Here we need to find out the lines are perpendicular, therefore find the value of m. But here it is 2 minus y and here also it is 1 minus z. and in this place we are having the coefficient of y. So here 1 minus z. So we are going to change everything. How to change this? This can be taken minus outside. So y minus 2. Is it clear? Here also minus outside. So z minus 1. Is it clear? Here we need to take 2 outside. So y plus, taking 2 outside, 1 will become as 1 by 2. Here taking minus outside, you are getting z minus 1. Okay, is it clear now? Now let us write down this. So let us write the lines properly. X minus 5 divided by 5m plus 2 is equal to y minus 2 divided by minus 5 is equal to z minus 1 divided by, it will become as plus 1. Minus into minus plus 1, and another line is here x is equal to, let us take it as x by 1 is equal to, what it is, 2 and 4 get cancelled, isn't it? So we can write it as y plus 1 by 2 divided by 2m is equal to z minus 1 divided by plus 3. Okay, we have changed the two lines. Now let us write down what is B1, B2, B3 from the first line. What is B1, B2, B3? 5m plus 2, comma minus 5, comma 1. What is D1, D2, D3? 1, 2m, comma 3. Okay. The lines are perpendicular. Given lines are perpendicular. What is the condition for perpendicular? B1 into B2 is equal to, B1 D1 plus B2 D2 plus B3 D3 is equal to 0. So this is the condition for given two lines are perpendicular, isn't it? So let us have the lines. Okay. Now let us multiply 1 into 5m plus 2. That is 5m plus 2. Minus 5 into 2m. That is minus 10m. Plus 3 is equal to 0. So now minus 5m plus 5 is equal to 0. So minus 5m is equal to minus 5. That implies m is equal to 1. So the answer for m is 1. Is it clear, students? So with this, today the class is over. Tomorrow we shall continue with the next exercise. Thank you, students.